And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man, DL Saint. Welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. Saturday edition. How y'all feeling? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Let's check the audio. All right, we're broadcasting. Hope y'all doing all right out there. Hope everything's going good. Hope you had a good week, enjoying your weekend, all that stuff, getting ready for Monday. Today, man, we're gonna do two shows today. We're doing this show right now. I debated till waiting on Monday, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to wait. We're gonna do this show right now, and then later on this evening, it's scheduled for 8 o'clock right now. I might push it back to 9. We're gonna do a second show, talking about Melissa Ford. She was on Sham Booty's podcast, and Melissa Ford called herself an incel. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. It's just funny how people are taking these terms and just switching them and bending them around to fit whatever narrative they want. So right now, though, we're going to talk about this young woman. I think her name is Aisha Diaz, YouTuber. And she has every upgrade you could think of, from the breast to the BBLs to the lip fillers to the you name it. Looks like she's had every upgrade you can get. And she was on Earn Your Leisure talking about how much money does it cost basically to date her. And she was saying $45,000 to $50,000 a month just to date her. Let's get into that. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Get some indeed, man. We making it happen, bro. We got to talk about this one. I'm pretty sure everyone's talked about it, but we definitely, Uncle Saint got to put his 2 cents in there. Brother Michael's in the building, man. What's happening, fam? Shout out to you. And everything's good up here, man. I hope you're having a great afternoon down there. Down there in Miami, man. I'm a fan of the Dade, bro. Pretty soon I'm gonna be living down there with one of your neighbors down there. Give me 2 years. 2 years I'll be moving down to Miami doing that and doing this from down there. Be a whole lot more fun, y'all. So shout out to you, man. I'm doing well. Hope you are doing well as well. Man, how many times can I say well inside of 45 seconds? Oh, well. So let's get into it. This woman, right, put out this video, and we're gonna load up the video now. And we're just gonna, we're gonna react to Brandon Carter and what he was saying. And this brother right here, I keep telling the folks, I tell everyone out there who will listen, like especially the young guys, a lot of dudes in that manosphere over there, the Mano Swamp and the Red Pill world, listen to Brandon Carter. The brother keeps it real. The brother keeps it 100% real. Listen to him. Right? If you're really trying to do better, if you're really trying to understand what's going on, that's the guy you want to listen to. If you can go out and listen to the craziness, you can listen to Fresh and Fit or whatever podcast, or listen to anyone out there who's like Andrew Wilson or any of these people who are like screaming at these girls and saying all this crazy stuff. I mean, you can listen to that. I mean, I guess that's entertaining. But if you're really trying to study the game and understand what's really going on in today's sexual marketplace, if you want to understand what's going on in today's business world, if you're trying to figure out how the money people are moving and thinking, you need to listen to Brandon Carter, man. You need to listen to this brother. He breaks it down. He's giving you all kind of game, man. He's really, helping people, pushing people towards AI and showing people like, hey, this is a brave new world. Those who are familiar with AI are going to be prosperous, and those who aren't, they're going to have a hard time. So, whenever I get a chance, I like to highlight that brother. Shout out to you if you happen to be watching, man. Shout out to you. He's down in Miami as well. I know a bunch of people who are in his orbit, and one day I'm sure I'll bump into the brother. Look forward to it. Like if you're watching this, you're right, Brandon. If you're watching this, man, let's get lunch at Mamo's, right? Let's get lunch at Mamo's, man. That's a cool little spot. But anyway, his breakdown on this, man, is on point. Shout out to the Facebook folks out there. If y'all out there, appreciate y'all. Shout out to all my YouTubers, all my day ones. Appreciate y'all as well. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me get that out because I always forget. But let's get into this, man. So this woman right here, let's give her a full shot. This lady right here, it's like, if you want to date her, then you need to pay her between $45,000 and $50,000 a month, just to have access to her. Right. And a lot of people went ballistic when they heard that. They went crazy. Ain't no way, on God's green earth, and all this other kind of stuff. And the point is, bro, if she's getting it, then shout out to her, right? Don DeMarco to her.
Don DeMarco.
Because she's on some real super duper high end pimp cup pimping. She's sitting right there between Don Magic Wine and Ice T. That's where she's sitting between them, sitting there with her pimp cups, getting $50,000 a month just for the privilege of dating her, and she's getting it. And that doesn't include intimacy, guys. She ain't talking about, oh, you need to. No, that's $50,000 a month just to have her around so you can try to smash. It's crazy. If she's getting that kind of bread, bro, I'm tipping my hat to that woman all day, every day. What's good, brother Prince? How you feeling, man? Shout out to you, man. Thanks for stopping by. If she's getting that kind of bread, bro, don't get mad at her. Man, y'all better pull out y'all pen and take some notes and ask her how she doing it, right? But it really goes to show you how dudes will just, how deep they'll go into their wallet to be with a woman. And this is no shade to her. This is no shade to her. But when I look at all the upgrades and I see all the makeup and all that kind of stuff, bro, I mean, this every day. This right here is every day. I know 5 women right now who will be working tonight here in Tampa, right in the Gentlemen's Club. They look just like her. Right now, there's another 25 women. We can just go out downtown Tampa tonight and just kick it. You will see 20, 25 people. We can go over here and dance in Tampa. We go to like the local salsa spot tonight. This place, they call it Chichas, something like that. We can go there, and I guarantee you, a third of the women in there will look just like her. And again, I'm not trying to knock her. I'm just saying I don't see anything outrageous like just jumping out. But and this is what Brandon Carter's gonna break down. So let's check out this video, guys. It might be a little glitchy. I was trying to download this, but for whatever reason, I had trouble downloading it. So just bear with me. But here we go. Let's check this out.
In Dunlap, he does a podcast with another dude, Rashad, I think his name is. They had this chick on there, and she was saying for a guy to date her, he got to be spending at least $50K a month on her, or giving her $50K a month. Let me show you a clip.
If you date somebody, right? I don't know what your relationship status is now, but what do you expect on a monthly basis from financially?
All right, if you date somebody, what do you expect on a monthly basis financially? This is deep into the pod. Shout to the homie Ian, man. That's my dog.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 45, 50?
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
$50,000 a month. Now, I know a lot of you guys may be hearing that and be like, yo, that's crazy. And I'm in agreement. However, there's different ways to look at this. First of all, if you the dude giving the chick $50K a month, brother, I could have took you to Dykeman, Washington Heights. You can find countless of these at the local bodega. There's one eating a chopped cheese right now at the bodega. You overpaying, brother. But there's another way to look at this. We're all tempted to just go full Myron on her and call her all types of names and saying she's crazy and delusional. But here's the thing. If a dude is really paying that, is it delusional? Yeah.
Bro, there's no way I'm going to call her delusional. If she's getting $50,000 a month, if she's getting it, and the fact that she even threw that number out there means it tells me that she's getting something. There's no way I'm gonna call her delusional. Like I said, man, I'm gonna tip my hat. I'm gonna tip her hat. She done earned her seat at the table, man. Welcome to the table, the latest pimp of pimps. Players. Boy, she pimping. If she's getting along, right, bro. So no, I ain't no negative words. If that's what you're doing, babe, go right ahead and do you. But here's the thing: here's some game that most of you guys don't understand, and the players understand completely. Not every dude is paying. She might be getting 50 grand from some dude, but guess what? There's dudes that done slid through and we continue to slide through, and they don't pay nothing, and they ain't got to deal with none of the attitude. They come over, they smash, and they bounce. Right? You know what I mean? And she's definitely using her ass sets. You know, Brother Terusa's in the building. What's happening, fam? Good to see you. $50,000 a month, bro. Ooh,
He's overpaying. See, I'm what you call a free market capitalist. The free market speaks. And, you know, we might, if a dude's willing to pay for it, it may not be delusional. It's obviously not she getting the money. It's just economics. And there's a business charge high prices. They feel nervous, or maybe they feel like people won't pay it, or they feel like they can't charge enough for their services, or they feel like they need to undercut other people who are selling similar things in order to be competitive. If you're an entrepreneur, I'd rather you be more delusional. I'd rather you act like this crazy Dominican chick, because you might get it. Listen, here's the lesson. Price is an illusion. It's not real. Price just represents a temporary agreement between a buyer and a seller. Whatever.
He ain't lying, bro. And I understand what he's talking about, because when I got into this space, one of the first things I had to do, I had to figure out my price. I had to figure out my value to this space. And how do you do that? Most people will set a number and then right away they're like, oh man, I think that's too expensive, you know, for whatever reason. Nah, man, you got to set your price. Everything has a price. He's gonna, like, Brent Carr is going to talk about his watch here in a second, but you know, I'll talk about like this chess set behind me, right? This thing right here. This chess set right here. It's a cool little chess set. I think I paid, I don't know, maybe $30 on Amazon, maybe $50. Let's say it was $50, right? $50 for this chess set. So what is that chess set worth? Right? What is it worth? What is it worth in the open market? What is it worth right now? To me, this thing was worth $50, and Amazon sent it to me. And it came all the way here from China. Right? And that's what it was worth to me. And probably thousands of other people who bought this chess set. But let's say I had this chess set and I was at some venue somewhere. They're about to have this huge tournament. Let's say it was like the final round of the tournament. You have the top two legendary grandmasters of chess about to play one another, right? They're sitting there at this venue. Everything is set. The people are there. The cameras are there. Everything is there except for a chess set. For whatever reason, they messed up and they don't have the chess set. Whoever's promoting that thing, right, they need a chess set. And they need it right now, because if they don't get this thing fixed right now, the television crews are going to leave, the media is going to leave, the crowd's going to leave. Can't play chess without a chess set. And I am standing there with this chess set, right? Now, how much is that chess set? Is it $50? Is it $30? Right? Or is it $30,000? Is it $50,000? Like this is the match of a lifetime. You have the two top legendary chess grandmasters right there, ready to go. You know, hyped it all up, sold out crowd. How much is that chess set now? Right? Situations and the community at large, right? Life, the market sets the price. That's how it works. So yeah, I mean, am I going to give you my chess set for free? Am I going to give you that chess set for $50? Nah, I'm gonna lease it to you, right, for 3 hours at whatever price, and then you're gonna have to pay me more for any time you go over the 3 hours. And guess what? If they want this to happen right now, they have to agree. They're gonna have to agree, and I'm gonna get paid. So then this $50 chess set becomes a $50,000 chess set. Even more, because once the match is over, I still own the chess set. As part of the agreement, I can say, you got to get those two guys to sign my chess set. Now, how much is that thing worth? Right? So you see, it doesn't matter what you think as an individual. The market determines how much something is worth. Right? If little shorty comes out here and she's like, yo, I'm worth $50,000 a month, and she gets the money, And she ain't delusional. She a pimp. What's going on, coach? Tyrone in the building, you know what I mean? That's what it is, brother. Pitney in the building. What's happening, fam? That's how it works, man. So when I got into the coaching game out here, when I began to charge for my experience and my knowledge and my know-how, I had a hard time. I mean, most people have a hard time pricing. They don't know how to do it. And if you come out with this crazy price, you know, people might say you're delusional, but if you're getting it, you're getting it. The best lawyer in whatever field, like the best family law lawyer is getting what? Thousands of dollars an hour. That's the best of the best, the absolute number one guy or girl. That's how much they're getting. And if you can't afford them, go ahead and pay somebody else. You can find a lawyer out there for $200 an hour or less. But if you want the best, that's what you're going to have to pay for. If you want that particular person, that's what you're going to have to pay for that person. That doesn't dictate the market. The market says the average lawyer is $3,000 total for a whole case. But that one, the absolute best, he needs $3,000 or she needs $3,000 an hour. So let's keep going.
For somebody's willing to pay for something is the price.
Yep.
It's not what it's worth or what it should cost or what makes you comfortable. It's what someone is willing to pay for it. And it changes based off who's buying, what they believe they're getting, what alternatives exist, how rare it is, how badly they want it, how much money they have. These are all factors that go into whether or not is willing. Whoever can just go uptown. Otherwise, he would know you can't dodge him if you try. I wish I could find the dude giving this chick 50K. Brother, man, listen, let me take you to Dykeman. Come on, let's go. Or take him to the Bronx. If I took this dude to the Bronx, he'd save about $49,950 for the same shit. But he don't know, right? Price is an illusion. When Aisha, I think that's how you say her name, says that it's 50K a month, she's not declaring an objective truth about her value. She's just setting the price. And prices don't get validated by feelings. Prices get validated by the market. And it's the same thing with your product or services. Don't be scared to charge high prices. You should be like Aisha and charge super high because somebody will pay it if you are good at selling, if you're good at marketing. But that's the beauty of the free market. Some people got visibly mad when they made reaction videos saying, who the fuck's gonna pay that? Hey man, it ain't about that. Somebody's willing to pay it. For example, somebody may see this watch. I paid like $200K for it, right? When I bought it at the top of the pandemic. You can get it for cheaper now. You can get it for like $160 now. But anyway, a lot of people, man, I would never pay that much for a watch. People were like mad that and I was like, whoa, man, you don't have to do it, brother. Nobody's making you pay that much for it. It's what I'm willing to pay for. Price is subjective. You may not be willing to pay for this much for a watch, even if you had the money. And if I had as much money as you, I wouldn't be willing to continue life. I'd jump off my motherfucking roof. Price is.
He wilding. He said he'll jump off the roof, bro. Mind you, this dude lives on like the umpteenth floor. This dude's like on the 30th floor or something like that, man. But like he's talking about watches, man. This right here, man. This is a Longines Conquest, right? Longines Conquest. Longines, nice brand. This is a really good everyday timepiece. It's technically a timepiece, you know, expensive stuff. This is a watch. I like it. This is pretty much what I'm wearing every day. It's pretty much my everyday watch, right? Now, this watch, when I got it, retailed for about $1,000, $1,200, somewhere in there. I got it for $800 from the jeweler. How much can I sell this thing for today? Don't know. If I go to the pawn shop, maybe I can get, I don't know, $250 for it, $300 for it. All right. If I just put it on Facebook Marketplace or whatever platform, I might find someone who's a collector and they need this Conquest. They want this particular watch from this particular batch because all the numbers and stuff on here, they might want it. So to that guy, that person, to complete their collection, they might be willing to pay me $800 for it, $900 for it. Right? But what is it worth? Right? It's worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? Tyrone's talking about he'll give her $200 a month final offer, bro. I wouldn't give her that. You can hide $200 a month? Nah, too many upgrades for me. I mean, if I'm going to a hood event, if I'm going somewhere where, you know, it's a hood event and I will take her there and she get to eat, you know, you get to eat. I'm not paying, Nope, I ain't paying. Nah. you know, I'm not saying there's not a woman out there I wouldn't consider being, you know, her benefactor or whatever for a month or something. I mean, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but what I'm looking for doesn't look like Lil Shorty.
It's an illusion. It's all subjective. It all depends on the person and what they're going to get out of it. But let's get tactical for a minute. If Aisha says her number, right, at 50K, maybe that's just marketing though. She's marketing. She's on a big platform. She says it's 50K. She immediately eliminates the bargain hunters, the cheap dudes, the dudes who I found is no watches on championship golfers or like Bubba Watson, championship tennis players, Rafael Nadal. And they're only marketing in sports that have high income, or you don't see a lot of broke motherfuckers playing golf. It's strategic. Aisha's doing it in her way. RM will do it the same way, or even Rolex. They'll get ambassadors like Roger Federer, right? It's signaling from a marketing perspective, whether you think she's tripping or not. From a marketing perspective, if she wants the bag from a simp, that's what she needs to do. She's doing the right thing. She's trying to get the big bucks. Just by saying that, boom, she eliminates all regular niggas who might try to holler at her. Every time there's a new Rolex coming out, who you see with it first? Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal. He'll have his new RM before it even hit the streets. Setting high prices is kind of like a brand's way of saying they only want a specific customer. And because of that, nobody goes into the Richard Mille boutique and be like, hey, man, come on, man, let me get a deal on that RM. That's what you need to do as an entrepreneur. Don't be afraid to charge high prices. If you charge high prices, you immediately kick out the people who will waste your time, the people who ain't.
Hey, bro, I hope y'all listen to what he's saying right now. I mean, think about that, man. There's not a person on this planet who will walk into a Hermes store and try to negotiate. When you walk in there, they won't even let you buy something. I don't care if you got money right there with you. You got $200,000 on you. They're not going to let you buy anything because they have their way of doing it. You want to buy the latest Birkin? You want to buy yourself a Kelly? Before we let you buy any of our bags, and mind you, we're going to tell you what bag we're going to let you buy. You don't get to pick. They pick what bag you buy. But before we get to those bags, you're going to have to spend about $30,000 in here on stuff. $30,000. You got a month or a year. You got a year. They give you a year to hit that spend. You got to hit that number. Whatever that number is, it could be 25,000, 30, 50, whatever the number is. You have to spend that amount of money with them, and then they'll tell you what bag you can buy. Okay, you've reached your spend. You spent $60,000 in the past 3 months, 6 months. Okay, yay, hooray for you. I understand you want a Birkin. So, you know what? We got this Kelly over here. This Kelly right here. You can buy this Kelly. I don't want that Kelly. Well, that's all you can buy. You can buy that Kelly, right? That's how they get down. And if you get yourself in a situation where you're dealing with only the elite of the elite, that's where you want to be. And that's what he's talking about. That's what Lil Shorty is trying to do. She set her price to a point where even if you get a guy that she likes, she digs the guy a little bit, and he has the money, she done verified him. She ain't gonna mess with him if she believes he ain't got no money anyway. And he's sitting there like, nah, I'm not gonna give you 50 grand. But he might give her 30 grand. And she might say, well, just because I like you and you be putting it down or whatever, you cool, she'll take the 30 grand. But she ain't dealing with like Brother Cope, like Tyrone talking about $200 a month. Psh, bro, you ain't even in the room. Like with this woman. Because maybe she understands she has a window and she knows a few guys that want her, looking on her as that Birkin, as that Kelly, the RM like he was talking about, or maybe, looking at him like you name the brand. She puts herself in a class by herself, and now you got dudes fighting over each other to show that they got the money to get her. Maybe the other dudes know, like, man, you get her, you got to have bread. Maybe that's another status symbol. Crazy, huh? But this could be brilliant marketing. I don't know her enough to know to say for sure, but this could be brilliant marketing on her part.
Trying to pay the people who aren't serious. And what you're going to notice is that when you start dealing with people who are willing to pay more money, they're actually easier to deal with. The hardest customers to deal with are the motherfuckers who always will drop 10 grand, you may never hear from them. And I imagine Aisha probably had this similar experience, because if she's dealing with Pedro from Punta Cana, his job is maybe he sell Presidente beer on the beach. Probably some more struggles going on in than a motherfucker who's dropping 50K at Starlets. Here's a good example of how you can do this as a business. So I used to mentor FitX Fearless. One of the guys who helps run his business is a dude named Miguel. And Miguel used to work for me back in the day. He used to build my funnels, do some copywriting, taught him how to run ads. He started running ads. Then he started working with other influencers. And FitX Fearless is one of his clients. They're business partners. They work together. And I used to meet with Miguel every Friday to talk about ways to help FitX Fearless build his business. A problem they were having was a bunch of broke motherfuckers, mad broke motherfuckers over and over again. And I said, Miguel, do you know why you keep getting broke ass motherfuckers on these calls? And he said, nah, why? Because Fit was doing these live calls.
Girls just reject me. They just laugh on my face. Nothing is working, bro. Like, I need help.
Let's see the physique first. Make sure you got pants on. Okay. Physique is not existent. How tall are you?
Like 6'3".
Sit down. You got a big gap. Your gums show when you talk. That makes you look very unattractive. Your hairstyle, what are you doing with that?
I was trying to get like an afro, but like it's not going right. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
What do
going
you
right.
mean?
Like I was trying to get.
It's
like,
not going right. This is not even the craziest one.
How's your body looking right now?
Pause.
All right, so you super skinny. It looked like you ain't got a haircut in forever. When's the last time you got a lineup?
A long time.
You look homeless right now, bro. If I was to see you walking the streets, I would think that you need some spare change. You look so rough. That's because you can't even afford to keep up with yourself. You got hair, but it looks like you haven't done that in a while. You got some potential, bro, but
So it was like, guys,
Yo, when you see this, man, there are a lot of guys out there like that. There are a lot of dudes, even with this red pill manosphere space, there's so many dudes out there like that. They just go outside. They don't care. This is why we talk about fashion, talk about being socially aware. Like to even jump on a podcast like that, to jump on a stream or do a call, it's like, bro, they get this content. That content is going to be there forever. Like they're not even thinking about it. Like you want to look a certain way. You look a certain way. Like you remember in the beginning, I come out here wearing Voltron t-shirts and stuff like that. I'll, wearing my Space Ghost t-shirts, whatever. I didn't care. It was just having fun. But when I go outside, when I go to really do stuff, or when we're dealing with money, when people pay me to come and talk to them, I present myself completely differently. Even though it's video stuff, even though they know me from the podcast, I want to show you that respect. Like I respect your time. I respect your money. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come at you right. Like if my doctor came out of the back room to work on me and he's, he looks like them two kids look in that video, I'm walking out the doctor's office, man. You ain't getting no money out of me. Like you don't look like you take this stuff serious. So you want to look like you take it serious. Like you look at Brandon Carter, man, he's always got on, wife beaters and muscle shirts and stuff like that. But when he goes out to do business, the guy's wearing a suit. He's dressed up. He fits in. And this is what most young guys, and not even young guys, just men, period. Most dudes in America don't understand this. They don't understand this, and they wonder why they struggle in society, because people see you a certain way. They don't take you serious. And a lot of these dudes are sharp. These dudes are really sharp, man, especially when it comes to using today's technology and stuff like that, bro, writing code and all that. And these dudes are on point, but they can't seem to get ahead. And like, bro, you should just be doing consulting work. You could probably make easily $10,000-$15,000 a month. They have that type of level. These dudes were like putting together full systems and everything else. But like I said before, they didn't know how to, first of all, market themselves, and then they don't know how to set their value. So again, this woman who's saying I get $50,000 a month just for the privilege of being around me, she's teaching everybody a lesson.
like this, motherfuckers who were like looking homeless, didn't have jobs, living in basements and shit. Motherfuckers who hadn't had a haircut. This motherfucker looked like a 50-year-old motherfucker from the 70s.
He probably 21
and I was
years
like,
old.
hey man, because you marketing to him. Let's say I couldn't get bitches. This might be difficult for us to wrap our brains around. But let's just try to go there. I'm successful, specializing coaching motherfuckers on the spectrum. It looks like that's your target market. So you're actually repelling your target market. I don't know if they stopped exactly because of me, but I strongly suggested, hey, if you want to make money from your business, stop doing this shit. If you just want to be an entertainer, right? If you want to be Kai Sanat, or some shit, then keep doing this shit. But you are literally repelling the target market you say you want. You out here, it's hard maxing. Or if I was a dude on the spectrum, I'd be like, oh man, Fit can help me.
Dude said Tard Max. Damn. I ain't never heard that one before. Wow. But he's right. Whenever I go out and about, and when I go out, especially here in town, anywhere in America for that matter, if I go into a space, I ain't gonna lie, let's keep it 100. I'll go into spaces where most black guys don't go into, and the black guys that do go into it, they're trying to find a job, but then they're just being hood. I have on a jacket or tie. I have this shirt with a blazer, right? I might have on a button up with a tie on and a vest, right? I might have on jeans. I might have on slacks. I might have on a full 3-piece. But whenever I walk in there, people see me. I turn heads, and folks will come over and talk to me. This is where I excel. I network. So I'll go in there and network with guys. Guys come in and have questions for this or that, and they see that you can solve problems, you can help them out, bro. They're willing to pay. And because I look the way that I look, they're coming at me with real money. They'll come at me like, well, look, I understand, I don't have a lot of money, but hey, Saint, I really could use your help. I'm like, all right, that's fine. This is what I normally charge, but man, you're cool. I'll do this for you. Or I'll say, hey, do me a favor, go buy one of the bundles on Gumroad. Just go buy one of my bundles just to show me that you're serious. They'll go and drop $25, $50 just on a bunch of ebooks just to show me that they're serious. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'll work with them. Right? I'll work with them. And this is what you got to do. Understand the market, understand society, understand how you got to move out here, bro. Right? And to Brandon's point, if I came in looking any old kind of way, then my clientele is going to look any old kind of way. When people come holler at me, when they come join me for lunch, it's a lunch meeting or something like that, man, they come dressed and ready. I don't have to tell them how to dress. They come dressed and ready. And they're ready to spend money because they know who they're dealing with. So what he's saying is 100% true. And man, it's like, look, y'all, Brandon Carter, I'm telling y'all, if y'all not already subscribed to his channel, check out his channel. He is the G. And the link is in the description below.
And I fire up. I'd be excited to get on a call with him. Hey, Fit, how can you help me get some girls? I ain't got no job. I ain't had a haircut in months. I can't figure out why girls don't like me. Now, we know motherfuckers who you think who are on the spectrum on his page. Even the stuff he's talking about, the dating coach, like he's talking about like higher, he's literally talking to his target, all the views in the world, but he was spectrum maxing. That's only get people who are getting on his calls. Now let's go to Aisha. She says out front, she's marketing herself. Yo, if you want to date me, you got to have 50 grand a month. Only dudes who are going to talk to her are rich dudes, right? She's literally repelling everyone else. I think it's a smart tactic. I think from a marketing perspective, that's exactly what she should be doing if that's what she wants. Again, if you are a dude watching this and you were thinking about paying this bitch, if you're like, hey, I got 50K to pay this bitch, bro, I got you. I take you to the Bronx. It will cost you $49,950.
If that dude is down here in
promise.
Tampa,
Again,
you dropping $50,000 on that Aisha chick, again, no shade to her, good for her, she's getting it. But if you in Tampa, man, I'll take you right down here on Armenia. Yeah, you'll be all right, bro. You're gonna need $400. We're gonna have a great time, and dance, hang out, kick it with some beautiful women, go get cigars after, and get what? She'll come back to the with you, man, because if you game together and you listen and you talk, bro, you gonna get yourself into a great situation. But if you sitting there running your mouth trying to tell her what you have and how big you are, this and that, yeah, then she gonna start taking money from you. Again, something y'all guys need to know. Quit leading with your wallet, fam. Fresh and Fit said this, and it's one of the realest things I ever heard, and it's so true, right? Discovery trumps disclosure. What does that mean? Let her discover that you driving a McLaren, or you driving a Bentley, or you driving an Alpina, wherever it happens to be. Let her discover that you have a $200,000 watch on. Because most women, they see a watch, they don't know timepieces like that. They see a Rolex, but they don't know the rest. They don't know, like Breitling, a Breitling from a Rolex, from a Longines, from a Tudor. They don't know the difference between these things, bro. Like you could be wearing an Omega. She won't know. But let her discover that. She'll be talking to a friend or talk to a family members like, yeah, his watch said Omega, I think. Like Omega, they start pulling this stuff. Was it this one? Well, it had Snoopy the dog on it, like that cartoon. I figured it was just some cheap little thing. Oh, he had a Omega Snoopy? Like, okay, look that one up, chat. You want a homework assignment? Look up how much an Omega Snoopy costs, or a Pepsi.
Price is illusion. You set your price. And if you do a good enough job marketing to your target market, you can get the price you want. So I teach people how to start their online fitness business. A lot of guys will be like, man, I want to attract busy professionals and help them build their business. They just put that in their bio and they think of bio. But when I look at your content, you're doing all types of wacky shit. You're doing stunts and comedy and shit. And that'll get you views, and you have to ignore everyone else. And you see this with every successful business. The more the people who aren't your target market dislike you, it's probably better. Let's use Donald Trump, for example. I'm not the biggest fan of Trump. I'm going to be honest with you. However, I do think he is an amazing marketer. Think of anyone better. For example, he was able to become president without ever holding public office before. There's only one other person to do that, and that was Dwight D. Eisenhower. He had to kill Hitler to do it. I know a lot of Trump fans might be thinking, oh, he killed Hitler, fuck him. But he did do crazy. He deliberately alienated any of the people he didn't want to market to. When he first announced he was running for president, he came down a golden elevator. He said, yo, Mexicans are coming over here bringing drugs and crime. He was super serious. And, all the guys he wanted to vote for him were like, yeah, they're the reasons I ain't got no job. Is the immigrants taking a job? Like, he was super divisive. But what that did was that got the people who were excited about that really excited. Trump fans, you ever meet a real diehard Trumper? It doesn't matter what this motherfucker does or what you say about him. He's going to defend Trump and be down with him. That's a testament to like really strong marketing. I think
he ain't never lied, bro. And those diehard SS Trumpers, those diehard MAGA people, they're right. And if you know them, I know some diehard MAGA folks, they just won't talk to me now. It's not a negative thing because they know if they bring it up, I'm just going to look at them. I ain't going to talk like, man, you fell for that. Like it is. I've never been a Trump guy. I never will be, but you got to look at what Trump did, man. You got to tip your hat to like his marketing. Dude got in as a president, never held an office, a public office at all, which is crazy. As known as being this great business mogul, and then all you got to do is read his book and do a little research and realize that this dude was a horrible businessman. Became president of the United States, jacked up America, got out, didn't get reelected. Then he came back the next cycle and got reelected, and now he's destroying the world. Like when you look at what's going on right now, you look at what's going on in the Middle East, bro, we are this close to somebody glass in the desert over there. Like it could get that bad. It could turn real ugly real fast. But anyway, like the dude's marketing genius is just that, genius. He jacked, when he was president last time, he jacked everything up. He didn't get reelected and then came back. And you got to still tilt your hat to that. Now, he won't ever be able to do that again, right? Because MAGA right now, that's another conversation for another day. But marketing genius.
He might be the best marketer of all time. Just like Aisha, she said, I need $50K a month. Most men are going to be like, man, fuck that bitch. She's fucking crazy, delusional, right? People are going to make videos about it. From a marketing perspective, that's exactly what you want. Because the guys who are serious about tricking, they're going to be excited to get to her. And she's only going to attract the guys who are willing to do that. Rolex puts their watches on Roger Federer because even the people watching tennis are more affluent. You get what I'm saying? It's a good point. You never noticed that Rolex never advertises for the World Cup or soccer or anything. Why is that? Because there's a lot of poor people who play soccer. And I'm not saying anything bad about soccer. Any sport where poor people play, Rolex, tennis fans, golf fans, they'll get endorsed with them all day.
tennis fans, golf fans, right? F1 fans, the World Cup of yachting fans, right? The Olympics. That's where you see those people advertised, man. Watch one F1 race. That's where you see Richard Mille, bro, Rolex, you name it, you see it there. Because it costs. Do y'all know how much it costs to go to an F1 event? You know how much it costs to get like those really nice box seats or whatever, the suites? You know how much it costs to get down there on pit row? That's a lot of money. Y'all thought it cost, if you think it costs a lot of money to get courtside seats to watch the Lakers or whoever the hottest team is right now, yeah, go and look and see how much it costs to get into any F1 event. Any of them. So yeah, he's absolutely right about that.
Isha's doing exactly what she's doing to attract the target market. You need to do the same thing. Don't be scared to alienate other people. In fact, the more you alienate people who are not your target market, the better. If you want some help with this, I got a free ebook to grow your online fitness business. It's called the 7-Day AI Action Plan. And I'll show you how to grow your online fitness business, to target the right person, and how to use AI to help you find your target market and help you identify what works best for them and what kind of messaging you need to put out to attract the target market that you desire. Click the link in the description. All right.
Yo, shout out to Brandon Carter, man. Don DeMarco to that, bro.
Don DeMarco.
Everything he said was 100% correct, bro. Everything he said, everything he just dropped was pure knowledge. And when you get to this point where you're out here trying to better yourself, you listening to these folks, man, there might be someone over there that you might not necessarily like, but they might say something that's on point. Take the good, bro. Take the good and leave the rest behind. Like Brandon Carter specializes in getting you to start your fitness business. He's like, well, I ain't trying to start a fitness business, so why should I listen to him? Whatever business you're trying to do, everything he said right there that's like 101 stuff. He's telling you, like, know your market, know your niche, know yourself, know the pricing, do the research. That's everything I gleaned from that. That's everything I gleaned from that. Right, so I don't care what your business is. I don't care if you're in the business of fitness or like coaching, like life coaching or whatever, or chess, like whatever your business is, you got to know all that, man. Where does that come from? That comes from Sun Tzu, man. That comes from Sun Tzu, bro. That's the art of war. And what he's saying is on point. As far as old girl is concerned, I am not mad at her in the least, man. If she getting $50,000 a month just so some dude can have access to her, man, more power to her. Thing is, and maybe she realizes this, or maybe she doesn't realize this, but that window of opportunity for her getting that money, that window ain't gonna be open for very long. There's gonna be another young, hotter version of her that doesn't have any upgrades. And she's going to lose out. Like, her value is definitely going to go down. But until then, get that bread. And for most women, almost all women, we're going to talk about this later on tonight. Hopefully y'all come back tonight. We're going to talk about this with Melissa Ford. Women will always have access to men, some type of man. Women will always have access to that. And, most guys like, well, she has to be fit. She has to be friendly. No, she doesn't. She can't be anything. She could be big, obese, obnoxious, a horrible person to be around. She could still get a dude. That's just how the game is. But these women are holding out for the absolute best of the best when it comes to men. And then when their value begins to decline as they age out, they don't want to let go. They just I still want that. Like, the competition is too fierce for that guy. You can't get that guy. But we'll talk more about that. Like, we'll talk about female incels. That is not a thing. We'll talk about it later on tonight. I'll let you know what I mean by that. And hitting the wall. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that. But I wanted to jump up real quick, and I wanted to, give my 2 cents and to that video the brother Brandon put out. Fire video. It's in the description below. Check that out. Go back and watch it again. And as far as being mad at old girl for getting $50,000 a month from some dude, I'm not even gonna call him a sucker. That's what he wants to spend his money on. Okay, fine. I wouldn't do it. Right? I would not do it. But that's what she's doing. And if she can get the bread, fine. If I were her coach, I would tell her to maximize it, get as much as you can, get every dime you can, because she probably has, maybe 3 to 5 years max. Maybe she has 3 to 5 years. But she's always going to be able to extract value from men. It may not be money, but it will definitely be some other resource, attention, validation. She's going to be able to get that from men. Always. Always. Right. So, guys, I need to get up on this game. So that's it. That's all I got about for this one, guys. I'm glad y'all popped in. Come back tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to move the time back an hour, 9 p.m. We're going to talk about Melissa Ford. We're going to talk about female incels. Come on, bro. We're going to talk about hitting the wall. And we're going to talk about it's really just a lack of accountability. Like, a lot of women who had the perfect life and they had opportunities to get the best of the best and they didn't do it. And now on the other side of that, how they are handling the decline, right? We're going to talk about that tonight. Appreciate y'all stopping by and rocking out with me, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm DL Saint. Fem sales. Yeah, bro. That is so wild. Fem sales. But I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Hopefully I'll see y'all back this evening, 9 p.m. right here. I Really Want to Know podcast, man. And we are going to get right back into it. I'll see y'all then. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.
Thanks for watching. We really appreciate your support. And if you like that video, check out this one or maybe that one. We'll see you around. Peace.